Hey you, it's Evie. Alright you guys, before I jump in this video, I just want to give a quick little shout out to a true spoonie. Becky says, "Hi Evie, I've been thinking about you and your long trip, wondering how you are enjoying the vacation. I hope it has been a wonderful experience. Wish I could hear your videos since I've been so curious about what you did in my home state of Virginia. I admire your strength and stamina and hope your body didn't give you too much trouble. There's no way I could have survived the trip, but I am so very glad you got to do it with your kids. Hope you will find a way to fix this video or make a new one so the spoonies can catch up on what's been happening for you. Look forward to seeing the next video soon, Becky." So many of you guys say such nice things to me. I like to show them off a little bit. Alright you guys, I am so sorry about the last video. It was horrible. I'll give you a little clip right here. Yeah, I know. The audio was terrible. And, you know, it was hard to hear, but I could hear it until I uploaded it on YouTube. So I don't know if it, like, enhanced the sound in the back, but it was just god-awful. And I spent so much time putting little clips in there for you guys and stuff. I didn't just want to bomb it, and I thought, well, maybe they could hear it better than me. No, majority had a hard time hearing it, so I am so sorry about that. Okay, I know not everyone makes videos on YouTube, so let me explain real super fast. When I record with the MacBook like I am right now, you guys like the audio so much better. You say it's a lot more clear. The downfall of that is when I do use the laptop, for some reason it takes 10 times longer to upload on our internet. I don't know why that is, but if I do a video with my phone, the audio is not as great. It's still good, but not as great. The reason why this video was so awful, the last one, was because Xander had his window left open. So instead of pulling over and fixing that, I thought it would be fine. And boy, was I wrong. So many of you guys say such nice things to me. I like to show them off a little bit. Okay, another thing, in case you didn't know, I don't rehearse my videos. I didn't realize how many YouTubers do. They write scripts or they keep filming until it's done a certain way, and that's not me. The times that I would try to make it better is I make it worse. And I just talk to you as you were like right here in front of me, and that's it. You know, if I was shooting for perfection, there would be no videos. Plain and simple. You know, that at the end of the day, that's just how it is. So I do edit out some of my really bad brain fog moments. I've shared them with you guys too in other videos. I try to talk clearer, I try to talk a little louder, but it's not me to talk loud. I'm not a loud person, but I want you to be able to hear me. With that being said, I didn't want to just demolish the video and try to do it over again, because then it seems more rehearsed. It doesn't come out as good as the first one, if that makes sense. I don't know. It just feels like it wrecks the whole thing. So I don't remember everything I've said in the video besides the vacation was awesome. We had a lot of good and bad. I mentioned that, trying to catch you up here. I did message Becky back, so she'll see that. But yeah, I didn't think I was going to survive the trip either. I was worried about a lot of things. A little tip, if you guys are going anywhere, like a long distance trip or for a certain amount of time, make sure you talk to your doctors about your medicine, get that all sorted. I tried a month or so ahead of time, and they said it was a little too early, but I still want to give them the heads up. And like a week or so earlier in advance, that's when I let them know in a roundabout time I'd be back, and give yourself a little more time just in case. Also, if you have like a debit card, I have no credit cards. I have a debit card. I got a hold of them and let them know, and thankfully I did, because come to find out, if they see you like in other states making all these transactions, they could flag it like it was a stolen card. Just a little FYI. Yeah, FYI. If you go back in the other video, you see that I shared the ocean a little clip of us in the ocean, and that was just, no words can describe how awesome that really was. It was so cool. Then we got to go to the mountains in Virginia. Becky, Virginia is just so beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Nathan was actually kind of offered a job there. So we've been thinking about that. And you know, since with Mom being gone, because that was the big thing, was family for me. And my father, he's actually game for moving. He's already seen everything in Wisconsin and he'd like to see more. My stepdad, he's already got his own life now. A few things that we really loved around there, little things, was like, you know those Yahoos? It's the chocolate milk, the little bunny on the chocolate milk. We have them here, but only in cans, or you know, like those little kid juice boxes at like the dollar store. But in Virginia and around that area, they are loaded with Yahoos in glass bottles, and it tastes the best. Maybe that's just me, but so good. And that's one of Nate's favorites, so he was really happy to see that. Another thing is Golden Corral is my favorite place to go. And like the closest one is so far away from us. But you go like around Indiana and Virginia, North Carolina, they're like everywhere. That's a big plus. It's probably a good thing I don't have a Golden Corral close, because I'd be in trouble. I was bummed I wasn't able to meet up with any of you. I got close. Tina was actually staying at an island that was 2.5 hours away, which 2.5 hours ain't bad, but I'm definitely not going to expect any of you to go out of your way to meet me. That would have been like a 5-hour trip for her. So I'm sorry, Tina. I hope we can meet one day. It'd be so great to meet you guys. Like, it would be just awesome. And in this neck of the woods, I doubt I'd ever just bump into you guys. I had a couple achy times, like when we were by the ocean, there was a big storm. While we were sleeping, we woke up and the puddles, there were like little lakes all over us. And the humidity was pretty high. So I was a little achy, but there, yeah, it was hot. But it's like, as long as you could dip your feet in the ocean, you were good. It was awesome. I explained in the video how the waves, the tides coming in were so strong. Like how you were holding yourself up kind of like a surfer. So then you wouldn't get knocked over so bad, right? Well, you guys, this one came along and whipped me so hard that I did the splits and it made my hip crack. And my hips are double jointed. So it goes to show you, they really made me do a split. That sucked. It was really hard to leave. I knew it was going to be a little tough to leave, but I didn't expect it to be that hard to leave. It was so nice meeting with all the family I haven't seen in 15 years. My kids and my husband being able to meet everybody, just to see how everyone's grown up too, is just blows my mind. We didn't get to check everything out as planned. I'm glad that I did a bunch of researching before going, because then we at least have an idea of things we want to do. But you definitely can't do everything. Like there was a big zoo there I wanted to check out. Part of my family there, they help the zoo out, and so our family gets in there for free. So I was really bummed, because that stuff gets expensive. It adds up pretty quick, especially with kids and everything. The pain I was able to manage pretty darn well. It was on our way home. I think it was because it was a lot. You know, it was a lot. Sleeping in all these different places, different weather. Being out of Wisconsin, I felt pretty darn good. But when I got back, on our way back, I even made a pit stop at my brother Josh's, which was really nice to see him. It was a bit of a surprise. Crystal, his wife, and I kind of planned it last minute, which was really nice, because they have 6 babies. So I didn't just want to burden them, you know, but it was a really nice little visit. Got some sleep, didn't have to drive in the dark then, and then a solid day driving, we were home. But on our way home, that it got to the point where it would just happen to be like Illinois, or like the border, is when it really starts settling in. And you know how you just hurt so bad you get to be a bit of an asshole to deal with. It was like that. And I was trying so hard not to be so crabby, but you just get to that point and then you're sitting in that same spot. And Nate actually drove most of it. I've offered and offered and offered. He knows I hate driving in city. Like, I'll drive that freeway as much as you want me to. I've done it from New York to home, switching off a little bit with my old grandfather, but I switched off a little bit, but I drove most of the freeway. And that's okay. It's when you get off that exit and you're in the city, yeah. You don't want to know. You don't want to see me then. So that was hard. I think it was just everything just hit finally, and that sucked. That took a little bit there. And then having to get a vacation. You need a vacation from the vacation, you know, just to get back to reality and everything. And it's like I really didn't realize how unhappy I am here until I was really out of it. You know what I mean? Like, I always had this thing in my head when I was young, before I met Nate, was that I'd have no babies. But I love my babies. But in my mind at that time, 12, 13, whatever, I was going to have my own hippie van, and I was going to just like travel the world out of my van. That was going to be my life, and I was going to work job to job as I moved along. You know, just find a simple job just to live off of. That would be a great life. But, you know, I feel not so much with the kids, because I moved a lot when I was a kid. I moved 13 times before 2nd grade, and that's really hard on a kid. You know, you make friends, and it's like, well, what's the point of making friends if we're just going to move again? You know, so I wouldn't want to do that to them. But I don't know, you guys. There's so much out there. But Nathan has both his parents, and he even has his grandparents yet. So I can't push that on him because he's got family too. And Dad said he'd be game for moving with us, and that would be awesome. But, you know, Nate does have his family. Yeah, they're my family too, but, you know, those are his parents. But I tell you what, you guys, Nathan, the day ever comes that Nathan says he's ready, I'll be packing. And he'll be like, come on, Dad, it's time to fly. I definitely see why we're called flatlanders here. We got a bunch of seashells. I'm going to make a little thing. They're on the counter right now yet. I'm going to make a pretty little thing out of it, I hope. We called it ocean gravel, but it looks like gravel. It's crushed up seashells, and it's just really pretty, so we had to grab a little bit. Yeah, while we were there, did like a little memorial thing for Grandma Roberta. I'm sure you guys remember when we lost her Alzheimer's. We believe Nate's grandma is now going through that, the start of it. So you know, the trip was great. It was so great seeing the natural bridge, which I've seen it before, but I don't remember if I went to the state park where I lost my wallet. Boy, that was a mess, you guys. I lost my wallet, lost my sandals in the ocean. I put them way up high on the beach, okay, way up high. And what I love there is, like, especially driving out to the islands and then going on the ferry, and then you drive out. On this road, you can park on the side and just pick a side however far out and just walk over. There's like hills on the side, and it's all just beach. And all you see is beach, and there's like no one there. It was so cool. I mean, you could run out there butt naked almost until someone parks and decides to look over the hill. There was some spots sectioned off with fence that you couldn't pass, and we were curious and had to go read the sign. It was because it was where sea turtles were hatching their eggs. So it was cool. They were blocking it off for the turtles so they could hatch their babies and be safe. I thought that was really cool. And then we found a little crashed Shrek. Oh, wow, what's it called? A little shipwreck. We found one of that. There's so much, you guys, I could tell you. It's gotten to a point where Mom has passed away. It's just, I'm trying to do more. Life is just way too short, you guys. Who's to say that, you know, next year everything just changes and the body can no longer. You know, what if what happened to Mom happens to me? Yeah, I hit 40 and all of a sudden I'm needing a walker to walk. Like no choice in the matter, forced to use a walker. I want to use my body as much as I possibly can, regardless of how much it hurts. I just have to. You know, that's just, it's in my head, and that's what I'm gonna do, you know. So yeah, these going off and doing these random things, it does hurt like hell, and it is a struggle, but I'd be damned if it's gonna stop me from living altogether. Yeah, I still have these boundaries I gotta follow, but I'm pushing those boundaries to see what happens. You know, that's what it boils down to. And I just think it'd be great to go and experience more with the family, you know, and go meet more of my other family. That'd be great. Like, you hear of them and stuff, but like really get to know them. Alright, so I hope you all have a good day, and I hope you like this video. Oh, real quick, Gracie's doing great. She's in swimming lessons right now. She'll actually be home really soon. Xander's in the other room. He's got 30 minutes, a little bit of screen time, because doing good. I want to show you. Look at his A's, you guys. Aren't they getting great? He really likes the tail. I call it the tail on the A's. So these are by himself. This is me helping him. He did this, except for these. So, gotta work on those B's. Thanks so much for watching and listening. I appreciate it. Tell me how have you been, okay? And if you got any traveling tips, that was the big thing about the last video. I'll tell you about that and share some tips, and for you guys to share your tips, because comment section's always my favorite part in every video. So let the other spoonies know your best tips when it comes to traveling, okay? Even if it's 20 pages long, go ahead. Let her rip. Alright, I love yous. I hope you're doing alright. If not, hang in there. And I will see you next video.